Joyce is asking, I thought that all scripts of the Quran were exactly the same. And no, Joyce, the average Muslim gets that impression, but it's an impression that we need to correct, because indeed there have been many manuscripts of the Quran that are different one from another. It is even reported that when Uthman radiallahu anh sent out various manuscripts, copies, to the various parts of the Muslim empire, at least 4 copies, it is known in classical Islamic tradition that the 4 copies differ from each other in some minor particles. But this did not affect the general sense of the Quran. It did not affect anything that Muslims believe, and it did not affect Muslim practice in any significant degree. That should be known, that right from the very inception we had variations in the manuscripts, and that is partly because human beings cannot be expected to produce exact copies of such large documents by handwriting. You're going to have inevitably a mistake here or there. You're going to have inevitably a mistake here or there. And if you're writing something, let's say you're making a copy of something and you discover that this one has a mistake, and you say, okay, let me scrap this and start over. Then the next time you write, maybe you'll be careful about this one not to make a mistake at this point, but you might make a mistake in another place. So that's just human nature. That's one explanation for it. The other explanation for this, given by Muslim classical scholarship, is that the Quran has been revealed in a variety of modes of recitation, and it could be recited this way or that way, and sometimes a slightly different expression in the Arabic language is needed to accommodate this reading or that reading. So that would be one of the reasons why the texts are varied from one copy to another. But I think the first reason is more logical and practical. And what we should be aware of is that these are noted very early on, to the extent that there is a narrative saying that when it was pointed out to Uthman radiallahu anh that there is a mistake in one of the manuscripts, he said, don't worry, the tongues of the Arabs will fix it. Now, the saying itself may not actually go back to Uthman as the narrative says that it is, but nonetheless, this recognizes very early on that Muslim scholars had seen that there are errors in the writing of the early copies of the Quran.